Okay, so Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a hit at the moment. If you're feeling a little bit uneasy, a little bit stressed about this, please just relax. It just means that you've made a mistake. And if this is your first time investing, you are going to be making mistakes. So rule number one with investing, do not invest more than you can afford to lose. Rule number two, have a plan. Plan your work, work your plan. At any situation with any trade, you should know what your actions are going to be what can really happen? It can either go up, down, or sideways. And if you've got a plan for every one of those scenarios, it takes the stress out of having to make those split moment decisions, which more often than not can point you in the wrong direction. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 options that can work with you at any stage of the market cycle to really help you make the most of this massive opportunity, which is the crypto boom. So stay tuned, let's get started. Okay, so for starters, let's just get a little bit of perspective here. We've been on an absolute fantastic bull run. Okay, so the market has gone up by many times, and we are due for a pullback. Not only are we due, a pullback is healthy. Pullbacks are a natural part of a market finding itself. It allows it to find a base level that which it can actually build on and work up from there again moving forward. How low can we go here? Well, the reality is I'd say that we could go as low as 1600. I'd be very surprised if we went any lower. Only reason for that really is just with the uncertainty of what's happening with BIP 148. If you're unsure about that, I'll leave a link in the description below to check it out. But look, we've had a great run, and it can't be sunshine and rainbows every single freaking day. And so this is really just a natural part of the process. The important thing is to know that in really hot markets like this, this really is a natural part of the process. And in the context of it, what have we fallen? We've gone from just under 3 grand to what, 2340 odd, which is just over around 20% drop. Now, in Bitcoin world, really, that's not much at all. Okay, what we have here is a picture of the log scale. If you are trading Bitcoin or any crypto, I highly recommend, instead of having a look at a linear chart, which is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, have a look at a log chart, which basically looks at the price in instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 10, 100, 1000. It really does smooth out the process, and because everything here is about capturing an entire market, we've got exponential growth, and that's why the log chart is definitely the way to go to give you some perspective to see exactly where we are. And the reality is, looking at this, it doesn't really look that bad at all. And so the number one thing I would say, recommended advice number one, now I'm not your financial advisor, this is not financial advice, but 3 options for you are what's coming. And the first one is just hold. We've been in this position many times before. The first couple of crashes, you know, we dropped 70 to 80%, even more in previous crashes. And so this really is just par for the course. Just relax. Know that this is a long-term thing. This isn't about, you know, making billions of dollars in a couple of months. So number one option is just to relax, make yourself a cup of tea, and go on with your life. Number 2 option is to actually, okay, so we are in a bit of a situation where there's a lot of volatility. We don't really know what's happening with BIP 148, and there are ICOs coming out every other week, pulling money in every direction. What do I want to do? Well, another option is actually just to get out of the market, but be making money while you're doing that. And what I want to introduce you to is basically the lending option on Bitfinex. So Bitfinex actually allows you to lend money to those people who want to leverage their position with all these other altcoins or Bitcoin or whatever else. The beauty about it is the safety margins are very high. Bitfinex has never had a situation where they haven't been able to actually, you know, get your money back, and the returns are very good. So let's have a look at Bitfinex. I will leave a link to Bitfinex below. If you click that, it will save you on trading fees for a couple of months, so definitely worthwhile. If you log into Bitfinex using the link below and you sign up, go to funding right here. If you click on US dollar, what you can do is have a look at the lending rates that are going on right now. And so what we can have a look at right here is, let's have a look right here. Okay, so what the numbers that you're looking at here, this is the amount of dollars that are being that people want to loan, and this is the rate that they're willing to pay. So this is important. These are the people who are wanting to actually borrow money, and these are the people who are wanting to lend that money. And when they meet, that's when a trade actually happens. So let's actually break this down. What does 0.15 actually mean? 0.15 is actually 0.15% per day. That is a very good return. Even if you're not into crypto, even if you're not into anything else, if you're making 0.1% per day, and it's relatively secure, again, Bitfinex are a trusted site right now, it's a fantastic return. How much actually is that? Well, it's about 45% per year. The reason it's not a little bit more is Bitfinex do take a 15% spread, 15% out of what you make. So 45% a year is very, very good. You're not going to get that in the bank. You're probably not going to get that in the stock market anyway. Sure, Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum or any of these other guys can go up multiple times in a year, but this has very little downside, and you're pretty much guaranteed just to be raking in that 45% annualized. So you can actually lend that money over a couple of days or a couple of months. You put it out to the market, and you sit back and relax. You're not invested in crypto. All you're doing is lending your money to someone else to gamble with. And because Bitfinex do take a portion of what you make, they do have a vested interest in making sure that you don't miss out. So you really just have to do nothing. It is a great way. I've been doing it for months, a couple of years actually. It's not always this good. Sometimes it's a little bit higher. Sometimes you might only be getting around 10 to 15%. But right now at 45% annualized, look, it's a great place to be parking your cash if you're not really sure what's happening in the crypto market. So there's option number 2. Number 1 is just to sit back and relax and hold. Number 2, Bitfinex. Number 3 is to realize that there are other markets out there that you can be involved in. One option which allows you to trade, use Bitcoin to trade the global financial markets is one broker. So let's have a look at that over here. And so basically this is the homepage. You can actually have a look at the popular traders and the successful traders. If you just want to be trading yourself and you've got a fair idea of what's going on, great. You can trade pretty much any Forex pair, heaps of stocks, indices, commodities, and crypto as well. But if you're not really sure and you just want to basically follow some professional guys, well, there's a great option on one broker which allows you to have a look at what other traders are doing. They can actually post their trades for bragging rights and keep a track record of every single thing that they're doing. And that allows you to learn by watching. You can just follow along, or you can actually copy their trades if you think they're doing pretty well. So let's have a look at this guy. Lumio, he's up 827% for the month. Now this is based on him actually investing 100% of his bankroll every single trade. Obviously that is not the way to do it. You'd be looking to put, my recommendation is anywhere from 3 to 10%, generally 5% of your bankroll on any one trade. I think he agrees with that as well. Yep. Okay. So he doesn't put any more than 5% of his capital in any one trade. And you can see that this service has actually just begun over the last couple of months, and he weighed 21% last month, 800% this month. You can see that actually he's invested in Forex and commodities. But what is he actually invested in? Let's have a look. You can see that he's actually, his trades, he's made quite a few trades, and you can actually have a look at them. And every one of those trades, you can actually ask him questions or talk to other people who are actually involved in copying those trades. Here you can see that the trade was closed. He made 10% on this particular trade, and there are all these comments that you can actually follow along with, which is exciting, which is great. You can also see where he has a certain entry price, his stop loss, how long he's holding the trades. So really, if you just want to be sitting on the sidelines, just spend half an hour, every couple of days on this site, and you'll understand and start learning what these traders are doing. Another one is GT Fan. These are changing all the time, but you can see he had a losing month and then a couple of really big months. He's invested in Forex, crypto, stocks, indices, and commodities. Great. If we want to have a look at, if you want to copy his trades, just click that copy there, and you can say, you know what, for every trade that he does, I want to invest $10 or $20 or $5. It doesn't, you can go very, very low, and you can, if he's goes berserk and he starts losing, you can cap how many trades that you're going to allow per day, and then you can just copy it. Great. So having a look at what he's doing, he's got a few open trades. He's trading a bit on some stocks like Amazon and some Forex there as well. And look, this is a pretty interesting grade. He's just taking small snippets at the market, plus 16%, plus 7%, plus 3%. All right, so you can just start really small. So you know what? I'm going to give this guy a couple of $100 to play with, and if you start performing and making money for you, you can start increasing that and actually watching what he's doing, contributing to asking questions, and be learning as well. So 3 options there to get away from the bit of uncertainty that's going on in Bitcoin market. You can just sit back or relax. You can jump onto Bitfinex and just be making a pretty easy 45% annualized, or you can realize that there are other markets and use your Bitcoin to be trading the global financial markets by copying guys that are doing pretty well. So hope this is helpful. Feel free to like and subscribe. I have left the links to these places below. Definitely on the Bitfinex one, you do get savings on your trades for a couple of months by using that link. And using the One Broker link would definitely help me as well. So that's how I pay to actually get these videos out there. Feel free to like and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers.